Hello guys, welcome back. In the previous video, we understood what is static initialization. In this video, let's try to see what is dynamic initialization about. So already we know that this is an array. A of 0 is 10, A of 4 is 50. And let's also, we have seen the addresses. So let me just take something like this. Now if you observe, here every time we cannot say that the size is fixed. Okay, because I can take something randomly in this way. So input maybe size to be 8 and then followed by 8 values. Maybe this values also it can be random and output. So you expect something over here. Okay, but here the size is not fixed. So why are you trying to fix? Maybe in the static initialization, what did we do during the compilation itself? We gave error of 5 fixed. The values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is fixed. But I want it not to be fixed. Means it can be anything. It can be 8, it can be 20, it can be 30. Means what you are supposed to do? First, you are supposed to scan this respect to value 8. Means we can say that this is the size of the array. So now the first step, what we'll be doing is we'll be scanning the size of the array. So let's say, how do you scan the size of the array? Int size, scanf, percentile d, address of size. Okay. Now how many values you are supposed to scan? You are supposed to scan a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4, so on until whatever size you give. Means you're trying to store. So then here, let's first declare the size of the array to be int arr of size. Okay, if you are working with the latest compilers, only this works. Maybe if you are working with the old compilers like Turbo C, you are supposed to give the array size to be somewhere like 40 or 100, the maximum size, whatever you want to work. But all the latest compilers so might be working with arr of size. So int arr of size is what you try to provide. All right. So once this is done, now the array declaration part is completed. Now let's go. We do the dynamic scanning part. Means I need to scan how many values, whatever the size I give, that many values I need to scan. Means already, do we know the logic? Yes. For int I equals 0. So we run how many times? We run size times. And I value is increased by 1. So every time what we'll be doing, we'll be scanning one value. So let's say scanf %id. Okay, as it is integer, you go with the format specifier %id. So where you store the first value, I will store the first value at ARR of 0. So means as it is scan, basically we'll be storing at some address. Okay, so the second value goes at A of 1, third value goes at A of 2, and so on. So if it is size, the value of I ranges from 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. Means here what is constantly modified, the value is I. So then that's the reason you go with scan of %id I. And the same fashion, if you also want to print, simply go for printf. So let's say printf %id. Maybe you can provide some space and there is no need to go with the logic of address. Directly you can go print the values of a of I. So this is how you dynamically scan the array. So let's go copy this code and let's see this in online compiler. All right. So first go take the size, scan the size, %id, address of size. So maybe in lot many places you also find instead of size, the value might be n. So n indicates the size of the array, but as a better practice, instead going for single character variable names, let's go for multiple character variable names. All right, now you go declare int arr of size. Okay, this is called declaration, of course. All right. So now in this static way, what did you do? There only you fixed it. Means once you compiled, you got the answer. As it is runtime, once you run, you need to provide the values that will be scanned. So now go for int I to 0, I less than size, I increased by 1. All right. Scanf, %id, same thing, address of A of I. Okay. Then one more for loop. You can also print it in the same for loop, doesn't matter. But let's keep the logic separate. Size, I increased by 1. All right. And then you go printf %id, provide a space after each and every value and give ARR of I. So let's go run this. So let's go with the size to 5. All right, 10, 20, 30, 400, 550. So we got all those 5 values. So this is how it works. This is said to be dynamic initialization. That is all for this video. In the next video, let's try to start solving the problems, starting with some of the elements of the array. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.